Well, guys, we're starting to reassemble this little mini excavator. These guys, I've never done a job for them before, and I talked to the guy briefly over the phone that he's the manager or something out there, and then he basically said, well, what's your address? I'll have the guy drop it off, and here's all the problems with it. So that's, I just started working on it. And he says, well, oh, you've already started on it. I said, yeah, I'm almost finished with all the hydraulic leaks. And he goes, well, I guess it's too late for a quote. And I said, well, I don't do quotes anyway on hydraulic leaks because you never know what you're going to get with a hydraulic leak. You don't know how, you might pull all these panels off to access something and find, 15 hoses or something that are rubbed through and leaking. You never know what you're going to find in a rat's nest of hoses like this. So I just don't know how you could ever quote a hydraulic leak. There's just no way you can give them a 100% nailed down quote to where it's going to be right on the money to where you'll lose your butt on this what'll happen. But anyway, he said, okay, just send us over what you've done so far, and we'll see how much more we want to go. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to be doing anything on the bucket end or any of that stuff. I got a feeling I told him once I get all these rest of these leaks and get the cab back on it and everything else, then I'll tell you what the total is, parts and labor, and I got a feeling that'll probably be it for this one. So the line boring, as you well know, is expensive, so they're probably not going to want to do that.
Okay, so we got to get that in there, and that'll go in there. Man, that damn cramping up freaking arm on me is bothersome. I'm wondering if I should go with this harness. Should it go? It's all got to plug in. I guess it can kind of stay back behind it, maybe. It'll be okay back in here, because that stuff it'll actually go back in there and plug into that. And then there's this hose. Okay. Yeah, you can't get this damn plate out of there without pulling the cap off. I mean, I tried, I really did. And there's like 2 bolts in there that there's just no way in hell you can't get to them. You can't get to them with the cab on. Okay, nuts and bolts, nuts and bolts, guys. Lots of them too. I've been waiting on the air inlet hose and the injector return lines for that Duramax for quite a while now. It was kind of odd. The injector return line said they were out for delivery and they never showed up. So I don't know what the story is with that. Not certain about that. Don't know what to make of that. And these are where the long ones went, right here. But is that too long? Seems to be almost too long. I started taking all this stuff apart with the cab on it, and there was so much garbage and trash back here. I was actually I finally figured it out, that I couldn't even see these bolts. They were hidden by all the garbage and shit everywhere, so I was actually taking the wrong damn thing apart. I wonder. That was a little bit shorter. I think I'm screwing up a little bit here, I think these longer ones go up here, and these short ones go here. Yeah, that's exactly what the deal is. big old heavy conglomerate of shit here goes on there now. Ugh. Okay. Trying to remember exactly how this went. Is there a, I thought there was a nut. Yeah, there is. Okay. So this has got to go, there's a stud sticking up out of this. It's got to go over the top of it. Just like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the little impact here. I need an extension. Okay. Alright guys, so we gotta plug all this stuff back in. This goes up over here to the controls. All these. First off, let's get these pilot controls out of the way here. One little grommet thing that's got to be okay. There's one. The little keeper thing screwed up there, so we'll wrap a zip tie around it, I guess. And then you've got like the main power supply here. All right, and then all these relays get bolted to the side here. Give this little cat a new lease on life. She'll last for years. Okay, gotta tighten those up. Let me get a 10mm. Alright, so keep her kind of square looking in there. Make it look like somebody gives a shit. Alright. Okay, so then these get zip tied down to here. So let me get some zip ties, because once I put this up, I'm not gonna be able to get to that to zip tie it. I'm gonna zip tie that one there. I need to get over here and tighten this one up, and then there's that one with the nut on it underneath. Up under here you got, so the controls here, the hand throttle, and what was that other one, the blade. So this stuff's got to go up here somewhere. Probably back up in here, I'm guessing. I'm trying to remember where that one went, actually. Did it go here somewhere? I'll have to check that out once I go back together with that. These, got a little boot here, goes down in the floor. I need to get those slid down. Little boot back in there. I've got a D5, an excavator. Let's see, the one I did all the plumbing on the quick coupler. I gotta go out and service that. That D5 they've got, and the mini excavator tomorrow. Alright, so all that shit's back in there. Okay. So I guess the next thing on the list would be, okay, this one here goes over to that right there, that fan motor and shit over there. Yeah. Keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. Jeez, my balls are swollen. Rolling, 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 rawhide. Okay, my wife is gone for the evening, so I need to. Josie's in the house by herself, which is a recipe for disaster, so I need to go check on her. Make sure that I still have a house left. She's not dragging my bed and everything down Altamont. Okay, I'm having trouble there, huh? These are too long. Well, we're moving along here, putting stuff back together. Let's see here. What was I? Trying to remember where I was at here. Leave my Leatherman down somewhere. It's up there. I need to bend this cotter pin a little bit better so it doesn't fall out of there. Things always sliding down your way in here. If I just go like that. That ain't working either. The pin just wants to go round and round and round in the hole while you're trying to twist the cotter pin. Okay. I got a pretty good. Yeah, that'll work. That's the blade, so that seems to work like it's supposed to. Couple bolts in here. Oh, come on. Work with me. I'll have to go out to my truck and get my Torx. That's one thing I haven't got here in this shop yet, is some Torx bits. I'll have to go out to the truck and get those. Okay, so I got this up here. I got my joysticks back off my hoses. I think I can feed that through afterwards. Keep in mind, I did all this thinking that I could get this out of there, you know, with the cab on. It's way easier doing it with the cab off, I'll tell you that much. Let me make sure, so that seat, make sure that I'm not putting the cart before the horse here, which I think I might be. I think that all kind of has to go together at one time. Yeah. Yeah, the seat bolts down, so you got to kind of line all that stuff up. Let me get the seat. We'll get it put on there. You know what? Let me take a... I got an idea. Let's take a bolt, put it in like... We know this hole's lined up. Let's take this Phillips screwdriver and try to line the other ones up and then set the seat on it maybe, huh? Why is that not working? Why is this hole so far away? What are we hitting over here? We're hitting something on this side where it's kind of putting us in a bind here. Screwing up our game here, you know? Why is shit not lining up? Those two there are lining up, but that one over there, shit is not lining up right. No good. I do not like that at all. Does it have something to do with this? It's off or something? I don't know. It's a little better. Okay, that's exactly what the problem was. The slide lock for the seat was off one notch from side to side, so of course then the bolt holes wouldn't line up. So now I think we'll set the... God, do we do that or do we... Now, would it be easier to run all the controls through the holes first and then... I'm not sure what to do first here. I'm gonna throw the seat on, so we'll try it that way, I guess. Bolt the seat to that, and then I can line up all that at one time. That's the way I gotta do it. The seat will actually bolt to this. Yep. Which I think is gonna be the longer of the bolts. Okay. Pain in the ass. Be another bolt hole right here, maybe. Okay, I'm getting there. Wrestle, 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 Russell. I have 2 more over here, and then I guess we can start cinching all that down. I think I can get the rest of the controls in there fairly easily. Now if I get the hose over here to line up, that would be great. I think this thing moved on me again. That's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. Okay. Whew. All that shit is secured. Okay, so let me get these tightened down. Okay, so I am in the process of putting all the pilot lines back on. That would be the way the joystick goes in there, right there. This is the only one that has a 90 on it, so it's pretty easy to figure that one out. Let me go to the pictures I've taken. That way, maybe we can simplify this a little bit. Where are my pictures at? Okay, pictures, pictures, pictures. So I think this is the one that I'm on. So looks like in order of arrangement, the orange one is right beside. I'm gonna put it like this. The orange one is right beside according to the picture, is right beside the one with the 90 on it. And the 90 has the straight end on the hose, so you can't really screw that one up. I had to get these loose with an air hammer. They were tighter than hell. I mean, they're just flat-faced O-ring. I don't really know why you need to have them that tight, but so then the next one would be a blue one right next to the orange one, right on this fitting. So that would be this one right here. Wait a second, you dumbass. How did I do that? I grabbed the white one there instead of the orange. How did I do that? I just noticed that. I thought I grabbed the orange one. I grabbed the white one. The one with the white tag. The orange one goes in. Damn it. They didn't make these very convenient to really take apart and put back together, I'll tell you that. Yeah, alrighty. Let me get my kit together maybe and grab the right frickin' hose. That might help. It might help the cause substantially to actually grab the right one and put it on the fitting. I don't know how I wound up grabbing the wrong shit, but I did. All right. Sometimes you do things and you go, what in the hell are you doing, stupid? I need a bar or something to kind of hold the stuff steady there while I tighten that. Maybe stick the bar in here somewhere. Try to hold it a little bit. Let's see, how am I going to do that? Actually, I need to go the other way. No. Let's see. Kind of a tricky deal, really, you know what? It really is. Blue line goes on next. Okay. And then I got another picture. And then, wait a second. This purple one goes clear back in here. There's a purple one that goes clear back in here somewheres. Back in behind this one. This purple one. Okay, so let's look at my other picture here. So we get a green one from left to right, and then the white one. The one that nobody likes, the white one. The evil one, the white one. Okay. So let me get these bolts out of here. This is why Cat's quote to them was so high, because it's labor intensive. And I'm sure they're $175, $200 an hour in the shop, so I'm cheaper than that. Which is fine, because I got the job and they didn't. I don't know shit, so. So this one here, we have kind of an issue. This one hose, it's kind of, there it goes. Okay, so I gotta get this wrap looking like shit back around the hose and then zip tie it or something. It's gotta all be done the right way. That stays on the outside. So let me, basically I gotta tie this up, and then it gets tied into here too with another zip tie, which I had to cut to pull this apart. And put a tie around this. I had to cut it. I mean, it was so shrunk up and tight. I had to take my knife and cut it to get it back off the hoses so I could get them loose. So now we'll just wrap it around it and tie it back up. We'll stick this down in here. I'll show you here in a little bit. Oh, I see what they got going on. They've bypassed the mechanical transfer pump with this electric one. So I'm kind of surprised that it runs. So I guess we'll kind of jury-rig that in there. I got to get a transfer pump then. I'm gonna have to get a transfer pump for it. So that's what that's for. I was like, what the hell is that supposed to be for? So let me I'll have to order a transfer, and I'll have to get that from Cat. They had this shoved in there. Which doesn't seem to be working. There it is. Yeah, now I see what they had going on. They had this. So we got to get one of these mechanical transfer pumps for this thing. He said it was leaking really bad. That's why they bypassed it. So he wanted that fixed too. Okay, well, everything's done underneath the... Oh, what do we got going on here? That is not good. Hang on. Well, some dummy forgot to tighten one pilot line up. I fixed that, so I tilted this up. Let that oil drain that's sitting in there onto this oil absorbent towel here. I call them super soakers. I'll just let that drip. I'll leave that up and let it drip, and it'll drain out of there. Well, I'm gonna put the cab on. I'm just gonna, once I need those cylinder kits, man, to put that back together, and then I can raise the boom up. I can back this thing outside. I can put the cab on it, and I pulled the cab off in here. But I mean, it was really tight up there. And I might have had that chain on my lifting ice just choked up as much as I could go to do it. So anyway, I need just be a lot better. I can back it out with the cab off and crane the cab onto it and bolt it down. I'm gonna call Cat this morning. I'm gonna call Peterson down in Reading and get this transfer pump for this engine ordered, get it coming, and anyway, we can do away with this shit here. We'll throw that in the cab for them. They can have that back. But anyway, we've come a long ways on this thing. So basically I need the blade kit. I got a mess here, man. I wanted to back this out of here today and get this frickin' mess. That oil just drained down, and I actually cleaned all this up here yesterday, and look at what it did just from shit seeping that leaked down in there when I had those hoses off. So anyway, it's a hydraulic job. It's always a disaster. So anyway, I guess we'll have to wait till we get the cylinder kits in, and then we can put that back together. But I got a whole ass. I gotta run Kevin's air compressor core back this morning. Gotta run that back for him. And then what else? I got that mini excavator, the big excavator, and the D5 to service out there at the one ranch. I think all the parts are in for the Challenger. I got to go get that back together. I got my hands full. Well guys, got the cab lifted on. I got one bolt started in it. Let's see. I don't know why they had 2 washers just on one of these. I don't know why they had that. But don't really need 2 washers on there. Kind of odd. I don't know what the reasoning behind that. So somebody's had this cab off before. This one here is going to be hard to do because wonder if I get the back ones. Get the back ones on there. And then deal with the front ones. That front corner over there. Can't even see down in the hole there. Don't know where. Ah. Okay, so she's got to go that way. Thought I had that picked up enough where I could move that. On my ass. Bastards are not the easiest to deal with. Hey, that one started. Maybe I'll let off on it now. What'd that do for me? Kind of hard to get your hand in there to do anything with it. I think it started. Let's get that up out of the way. Still ain't lining up on this one now. Well, let's see here. Let me try to. This cab's small enough, should be able to move it a little bit by hand. It's off a little bit, ain't it? Let's try that. Okay, I think we got them all started. Before I let it completely go and take the chain off. Tighten them up, see if make sure they go down. What size are those? 19 millimeter or something, 3/4.